Greetings, I'm Tom Laporte. Thanks for joining me as we discuss the clash of social classes across time. According to the Hebrew Bible, Moses called a Pharaoh to task. Karl Marx called for the working class to revolt. John Mellencamp called for a generation to stand for something. They're each asking for their intended audience to stand up to authority, the very authority that Vince McMahon and his family represent in the WWE. Writers and producers of the WWE do a fantastic job of taking the trope of authority, power, and prestige and putting them into play in the weekly scripts. They use that most clearly and powerfully in the workplace, where the wrestlers are in tension with Vince McMahon and his family and other members of the leadership. They surround themselves with big, powerful wrestlers to create a gang mentality that drives their leadership style on brute force alone. In reality, Vince McMahon owns WWE. It's a family-owned company. His son, his daughter, her husband are in fact involved in the leadership of the company. So that's real. They do have power and prestige. They do a very nice job of creating drama in and out of the ring between the wrestlers and the authority, the people with the power within the company. They create a good tension of the bourgeoisie and the proletariat. For some time, they've been building up what Triple H has stepped outside of the ring to take on a very aggressive administrative role. However, at the Royal Rumble in 2016, Triple H returned to the ring and emerged the WWE Champion. Here again shows the immense power of the authority. And once again, the royal family reigns. As noted, the writers at the WWE do a fantastic job of working with the notions of family, authority, leadership, and the tension thereof. In an episode of Raw in February of this year, Vince McMahon was going to give the very first Vincent J. McMahon Award that's named for his father. As it turned out, it was going to be presented to his daughter Stephanie for her leadership role in the programming and day-to-day running of the WWE, and particularly in her role of the authority in the last couple of years. At that moment, it was the return of Shane McMahon, his son, who's been off running his own private business in China for some time. And they created a new tension within the family. So not only do you have authority issues going on, do you have the power structure sort of absolutely holding everyone else in check and working at their leisure and pleasure, but then you create tension within the power elite. It's very nicely done. I look forward to see how this will work itself out at WrestleMania. As of this recording, Roman Reigns is scheduled to wrestle Triple H at the top of the card on WrestleMania. It's a classic battle of the proletariat versus the bourgeoisie. The authority of Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and their henchmen have been holding Roman Reigns down for 18 months or more. Meanwhile, in the presidential campaign in the United States, on both the Democratic and the Republican side, all the men and women have been using language very much like the language of authority in the wrestling ring and outside the ring with the commentators. It's surprising as you listen to the candidates speak and their supporters. They're talking about there is a swell of support in this country against the establishment. People are tired of fighting authority and always coming out on the losing end. We'll see what happens with WrestleMania very soon, and then, of course, the presidential election in November. In the meantime, fight authority, even if authority always wins.